Shouts out to my people. Shouts out to my people. Sending love, positivity, and good vibes to my people, man. I hope you guys are doing good today. I'm doing great. Today's topic, today's gem that I wanted to speak on is make sure you guys are building your credit. Nowadays, your credit is more important than having actual money. Right now, I'm sitting in about 775 to 800 range, and I can tell you through experience, a lot of the things that I've been through in life, I completely mess it up, and credit is something that I completely messed up. I was working at FedEx, right? And it was a group of cats, hey, we can get on this scheme. I know this cell phone scheme fell for the whole, and the crazy thing about it is I took a DECA program. So a lot of people aren't informed with credit and how credit works, what you need to do. Man, I was so informed on credit. I knew exactly what I needed to do. And that's the reason why I got so upset, because I knew I had a gut feeling. Sometimes you just make bad decisions and you don't even know they're the bad decisions until, you get penalized or you get fined, whatever the case may be. But in my situation, I knew exactly what was going on. I knew how to bill. I knew how to get a credit card. I went to Vandalia, and like I said, the DECA program that I had taught us everything when it came to finances and saving money. So I was super bummed out that I fell for the trick. And I want to say I owed Verizon about $1,200. This was when I just got out of high school. So let's say it was 2012, 2013. So this was definitely almost 15 years ago. And it's crazy because back then we complained on the prices of things and how stuff was high, and they just seem to be getting higher and higher. It really blows my mind. But yeah, so $1,200 back then was like 2-3 bands nowadays. But yeah, definitely messed up my credit, and my credit was way below average. I want to say I got all the way down to like a 530, 540. And with those numbers, excuse me, but with those numbers, I felt really discouraged. I was upset. I ignored my problem. I ignored the problem. The problem that I had was fixing my credit. And throughout the years, I just completely ignored the situation. But the crazy thing about it is I always did little things to still help my credit, even though I wasn't checking my credit. So I paid off my car. There's certain bills. I want to say I got a gym membership and I'm paying that off. So there's a few bills throughout the years that definitely helped me get my credit or build my credit without me even knowing. So I checked my credit. I stopped checking for a while, and then, I just came to the resolution, like, what's the worst that can happen? You got to start somewhere. And if anybody has their credit messed up, that's the best advice that I would give you is, don't be scared to fix your credit. The time is now. If you messed it up, if it's low, the best time to fix your credit is right now. So don't be afraid. Look at your credit score, look yourself in the mirror, and just own up to it. And know the more that there's people, a lot of people, especially in our culture, that don't focus on credit, and they'll be 30, 40, 50 years old, never having a credit card. So, the sooner you get on it, the sooner you can build the sooner that you can utilize and use your credit to an advantage. You can take out loans. You can, people look at your credit for everything nowadays. Your credit score is wrapped up into your social security code now. So yeah, make sure y'all credit straight. I'm not gonna rant too much on this one, but long story short, I completely messed up my credit. And I can sit here and say, you know, I'm not where I want to be. Yes, I want an 850. Yes, I'm doing any and everything. Yes, I haven't messed it up, knock on wood. So I've paid off for the last, I would say 3, 4, 5 years. I've paid everything off. And all my credit has done is build. The car that I'm in right now, I got, you know, a loan out for it. So when I pay this off, credit's gonna get even higher. Lived in my apartment for a year. That helped my credit. So don't be overwhelmed. A lot of the times, if you have credit cards, you know, the interest or the amount, your limit will go up, and that will make your credit score drop. So, you know, just because your credit score may go up, down, you know, you might go down 100 points. But if you're doing the right things, it's always going to bounce back. What really helped me was after 7 years, if something's on your credit score after 7 years, you know, it basically gets wiped away. Now, it's still in your credit history, but it doesn't penalize you as much as it would. You know, eventually, like I said, it gets swiped off the credit report. So that was a big thing that helped me. That 7 years, you know, I didn't really mess with it. So about 3, 4, 5 years, I just didn't even look at my credit. And then once I focused on trying to get it right, you know, it was already getting built somewhat, not where I wanted to be. But then once it got swept off, and then I've really taken initiative. I got 2 extra credit cards. And like I said, I haven't been late on my payments. So build your credit. It's very important. Everything is getting digital nowadays. So you want to always have an advantage. And this goes right into, you know, you definitely need cash. I just made a video on how to make more income, so I thought it'd be important to give you guys the gem to build your credit. You know, credit is only getting more and more important. And nowadays, I would way rather have an 850 credit score than $100,000 in cash. A 800 credit score is going to allow you access to actually use your money. And the interest a lot of the times aren't going to be so high. You know, they're going to cater to you. If you got a good credit score, people are going to treat you way different. So I love you guys. It's positivity, good vibes. This one definitely isn't a long one, but it's very important. Build your credit. And it just goes into all of what we're talking about, especially with money. You know, you definitely want to be able to go to these banks, and you want to be able to be able to take out a loan. If you're trying to start a business, anything that you do, if you want to get an apartment, if you want to get a car, house, they're going to check your credit score. So why not have a great credit score? So love y'all. Peace. We out.